Good day, everyone, and welcome to the Grumpy Old Gamers podcast. You can't teach an old gamer new tricks. I'm Ryan, and this handsome feller here, it's my good buddy Rob.
Hey, fella, how you doing?
Good. How's it going today?
Oh, not too bad. I got all the beauty filters on. That's why
I can tell.
I still look like a pile of hot garbage, but that's okay.
I can tell. You look fabulous.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Well, this is episode 61, Rob.
Yes.
One past the milestone.
That's right.
Big even number.
Just 2020, man. I almost forgot we had the show today.
Yeah.
The year that just keeps on giving.
Mm-hmm. It really does.
At least we got video games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, is it a shout out? No, I guess it wouldn't be a shout out. Just wanted to mention Alex Trebek there.
Ah, yes. Yeah, that'd be the opposite of a shout out, yeah.
Yeah, the in memoriam.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I did. You know, for an 80-year-old guy, man, he looked good. You know.
Yep.
Oh, I look that good when I'm 80.
Absolutely.
And you know, he great inspiration. You know, got the clean bill of health there for a while, and
yeah, he did so much charitable work that he never talked about. He was you won't find anyone saying a bad word about him.
Nope.
So 2020,
man.
Yep.
I don't think we got any housekeeping, do we? Nah,
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Let's just get right to the news.
Right to the news, eh?
Bam.
Well, we got some hard-hitting news this week, Rob.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amazon is randomly shipping stuff to you in Mario-themed boxes. Yeah. So it just...
Story number one.
It's to do with their 35th anniversary, of course. But, and, you know, it's just, it's a big red box with Mario and Luigi on it. It has looks like it has like an 8-bit version, a 3D kind of modern version, and maybe like a 16-bit kind of not as high res version. But yeah, they're I'm just wondering how much these boxes are going to go for now on.
Oh, absolutely. People are going to say
on Amazon.
Scalp them.
Don't rip the box. Peel this label off so carefully.
Yep. Oh, that's cool. I mean, Amazon's probably had record numbers of sales this year, so.
Right.
So, yeah.
It's cool.
They're boxes, yeah.
Yeah, they're boxes.
You know, I was just thinking, we're talking about news. I should have asked you before we started recording the show. Do you want to talk a little bit? Did you read any reviews of the PS5 or the Xbox Series X? Because the reviews have come out about it.
Yeah, I've been reading some stuff.
Yeah.
Well, let's get through news and then we can.
Sure.
We'll
circle around here.
We'll come back to that because we don't got a lot of news.
No, this won't take long.
No.
Get to super story number 2 here.
Yeah.
In no particular order, folks.
Yeah. Adidas are making Cyberpunk 2077 sneakers.
In 2077 when the game comes out.
They're already delayed. They're already delayed by a year.
Oh, that joke's not getting old, eh?
Nope.
I'm going to pull up these fancy sneakers.
I mean, they're...
I haven't actually looked. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's the big 2077 on them that really makes me want to get myself a pair, right?
Oh, they're so ugly.
Well, they're
Holy mackerel.
cyberpunky.
And they're probably ludicrously expensive, right?
Yeah.
It reminds me, that combination reminds me of remember the Homer Simpson car he built for his brother?
Yeah.
Like, oh, maybe at least it's cheap. Whoa, maybe not. Oh yeah, $250. Awesome. American.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, like I've seen a lot of cyberpunk branding out there, like going on stuff. Like you can buy an official cyberpunk chair, like gaming chair.
I'm going to share the screen here so people can see this. There we go. That, folks, stare at them. For those in the audio podcast, it's a mix of black with purple highlights and then yellow writing.
And on the outside of the left shoe, it says cyber. And on the outside of the right shoe, it says punk.
Yeah.
In bright yellow, cyberpunky spelling.
Yeah, that's pretty epic.
I don't see myself getting a pair.
No. $250 American buys a lot of groceries.
Yep.
But yeah, someone will buy them and then they'll sell them for $25,000 in a few years.
Oh, probably, right? Never wear them.
Yep.
So, going completely off topic here, but hey, it wouldn't be a show without.
Hey.
So the Game & Watch, the Super Mario Brothers Game & Watch comes out on Friday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and apparently you can't pre-order it. Like you gotta go and physically get it or get it online or whatever.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
So in Canada, that'd be EB Games then, or?
I guess, or Walmart or Best Buy.
Sure. I wonder how well they're going to sell.
You know how well they're going to sell.
That's fair.
And they are going to be all gone before the day is done on Friday.
Right.
They will be all claimed.
So for anyone who's not aware, the Game & Watch has the it's like the old Game & Watch where you had the LCD ball where the guy's juggling the balls, just like the original. Plus, it's also Super Mario Bros, right? You can play Super Mario Bros on it.
Yeah.
And it'll be a watch.
It does. It does. Yeah. It has a clock in it, which, you know, back in the day was a big thing to have a...
Oh, absolutely. You bet.
So kind of tied to this story, all launch day PS5 orders in Canada on launch day will be online only. There will be no physical PS5s in the wild for you to go out and pick up.
That's very interesting.
It is, right?
That screams that we don't have enough.
Kind of does, doesn't it? Because, I mean, you know, as well as with Xboxes, people have been getting new like shipping dates and their shipping day, and some of their pre-orders have just been outright canceled.
Yep.
By some people. So very, very interesting.
It is. That's whereas the Xbox had to hold a certain amount back for the all access thing, right? Where you could theoretically go into EB Games now or can you?
Not yet.
Is it going to be like the first day it's out, or
the 12th or whatever, 12th or Thursday, Wednesday or Thursday this week?
Okay. Interesting.
I know I said before I was going to give it a try on the day. I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
I've decided I'm going to just... I need a TV that... It's just one. It's the FOMO of it, you know,
right.
the fear of missing out. Mm-hmm. But there's nothing driving me to get either one.
Right.
You know, I'm gonna be happy playing Miles Morales on my PS4 because it's not even a full, not even a full price game.
Right.
So it's gonna be more like a a big DLC.
Mm-hmm.
So I can be patient. It'll be tough, but I can be patient.
Absolutely.
I mean, I didn't get a PS4 until it was already almost 3 or 4 years into its life cycle.
That's right. That's right.
So, what else do we got here? Oh, it was N7 Day on the weekend, which
Right.
is Bioware's November 7th for Mass Effect. And
Yes.
they finally confirmed
Mm-hmm.
the much rumored Mass Effect trilogy remaster.
That's right. 2, 3, and Andromeda, for anyone who's wondering. That's
3 and Andromeda. Well, the Andromeda is going to be the paid DLC that you need to.
right.
They're like, we got to make some money back on this one somehow.
That's right. That's right. Oh, funny. Oh, it will be Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3, for those who can't see through our glaring sarcasm. And in a confession moment, neither Ryan or myself, we both found out, have ever played a Mass Effect game.
Talk about a backlog of good intention game, huh?
So judge us if you will. So to rectify that, Ryan's going to beat the first 3 by the time we do the show next week.
Yeah.
And I'm going to play Andromeda. So neither of those. Well, I mean, I don't mind playing Andromeda. I have a certain affinity to playing bad games.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be cool. Did they give a date? 2021. Okay, never mind. That's the date.
Yeah, they didn't give him anything more specific than that.
And did they announce anything else, Ryan?
I don't believe so.
Was there not something about a new game?
Oh, sorry. I thought. Yeah, they showed some artwork from a brand new title coming.
Right.
So, yeah.
Was that all they did? Was just artwork?
Just artwork, yeah.
Right. This is a game idea that someday may become a game. With googly eyes.
With googly eyes. Our fellow grumpy old gamer Brent Damon there was sharing some interesting tidbits because he's a massive fan of the first 3, and he was telling us how he did some deep diving into why Andromeda turned out so bad, and just he was sharing stories of the animations were farmed out to a company in where did he say it was from?
I want to say Kazakhstan. But
yeah.
Was it Kazakhstan or Croatia or something
yeah,
like
something
that?
and they were known for doing animations in like a soccer game.
So, yeah, it was FIFA. Yeah.
So
known for their Bucharest.
Wow.
Wherever. That's a city somewhere.
It is.
I'm going to look it up right now. Unless you know it off the top of your head.
I do not.
It is the capital of Romania.
Right. Okay.
So we're both way off. But,
yeah. Still, yeah, they're basically given all this stuff, and they didn't do any like motion capture or anything. They just animated the faces and
yeah. Now, to be fair, Ryan and I both said it was entirely because the first 3 Mass Effects were made right here in Edmonton.
Yeah.
And the 4th one was made in Montreal. And I'm just saying. But right when I said that, I also noticed that Anthem was made in Edmonton. So,
well, half.
It's still partially to blame for it.
It started here, and then it was shoveled off to Texas.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the good parts of Anthem were done here in Edmonton.
Yeah.
Whatever they were. There were some. You know what? The flying felt really cool.
Yeah.
And the shooting was fun. And that's about it.
Yeah.
The story sure wasn't well thought out.
No. And the city was, oh my God. Like, the parts where you weren't in your javelin. Ugh.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
so
So Bioware.
Bioware. Bioware.
Bioware.
Uh yeah, so Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 reviews.
Yeah.
I've been reading them, and I mean, I mean, there's some cool innovations on the
Mm-hmm.
PS5, and I mean, it's like, from what I've been reading, it seems like the innovations are on the PS5, but the hardware is underwhelming, except for the controller. The controller, I watched the teardown on that controller, like
Oh
how the
yeah.
triggers work and everything, like how they get the jamming of the triggers and things to work. I'm gonna be really curious to see how they hold up.
Yes. Yeah.
Like that's
There's
gonna
almost
be
too much going on.
there is literally there's a lot of moving parts.
Yeah. I guess Sony does have a good track record with controllers, at least. Like
Yeah,
you can
it,
still take a PlayStation 1 controller, plug it in, and it'll go. So
yeah.
hopefully that stays there.
The guy who did the review was talking about a lot of PS4 drift problems because he was really upset when he saw the analog sticks were basically the same ones that were in the PS4. I'd never really heard about that before.
Yeah. No,
So,
I've never heard that either.
and I mean, I've used mine a lot, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, no
Interesting.
drifty. Yeah. I don't know. Have you heard anything that?
I've been watching quite a few reviews of the Xbox Series X because that is the one out of the two that does interest me the most.
Hmm.
Um, from what I'm hearing, the overwhelming consensus for the Xbox Series X is that it's a beast of a machine. It's amazing when you look at, because I've seen side by side comparisons of all sorts of games from the Xbox One X and the Xbox Series X, and they'll do like a loading and how long from when the game starts to when it goes. And Red Dead Redemption was like 20 seconds from start to you're playing the game, and it was like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And it was just game after game with that, and all sorts of people showing the backwards compatibility. Like there's only a handful of Xbox OG games, but a lot of 360 and a lot of and just looking at them running and getting the benefits of the loading on those as well.
Right.
And it's been interesting because the PlayStation 5, it always seemed like they were touting how they had the superior SSD. That was the big thing.
Yeah.
But in the side by side loading comparisons I've seen, the Xbox Series X has come out ahead
Oh.
on all of them. Now that could just be a
Oh, did they download those fan files before they
I
were
have no,
doing?
I have no idea. I would assume what they were doing was it was stock, but you're there's a joke I'm missing, I guess.
No,
But
remember the fan files from last week or the week before, where the PS5 is downloading fan profiles for the.
oh, I got you. I got you. Was there something going on in the background? Okay.
No, yeah. Okay, forget it. I've buried. I've.
Yeah, it's like it looked I mean they're both exceedingly fast, and it was like a matter of like a couple seconds, but it did seem like the Xbox Series X was a little ahead, and whether it's an optimization thing or something, like when Ratchet and Clank comes out, if it's is it already out? I can't remember. I haven't seen a review of it yet, so I'm assuming it's not, but um yeah, but a lot of just talking about the back catalog, and I watched a lot of people do reviews on the how the back catalog plays and looks, and it's quite the beast of a machine. Um, looks really good.
So officially, the Xbox comes out tomorrow. Like we're
Okay.
recording on November 9th,
Yep.
and the PS5 comes out on Thursday.
Yeah. 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 These are all reviewers getting review early
Yeah.
copies of it, right? And
I
another
mean,
thing.
I was gonna. We've also seen the, um, like, I don't know if it's the retail copies or the ones that went to reviewers, but like the packaging of an Xbox is like, it's like unboxing porn when you open it, and it's like a presentation. Like you actually feel like you've got something, and like the PS5, it seems like they're using just like old egg carton fiber packing.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out the coming days here. Like, I did watch one guy do a review on the Series S. Like, he got to pick which one he wanted from Xbox. Most people are taking the Series X because it's like the sexier, bigger one. But he wanted to take a look at the Series S, and it's a great little machine as well. Looks good, and it does do 4K gaming, just only certain titles. Like, it just doesn't have the horsepower to do it on like. But you can play a lot on 4K 60 on it as well, and that was really interesting because that's the one that's going to be in a lot of families. Like, honestly, we were talking with that might be the number one seller out of all of them because it's the one that might be the best price performance. So, and we'd also like to apologize for anyone who looks at the page. We did notice one of our members, we won't throw any names out, but had put something about the PS5 overheating.
Yes.
And it was kind of a clickbaity title. And yes, in the middle of the article is pointed out it was in an airtight cabinet when it did that. So
yeah,
if one of us remembers, we're going to take that one down, I think, because it's it was, I think a lot of people are looking for things right now that to be like, oh, see, Xbox is best, PS5 or PS5 is king or whatever. And we don't want to fuel that with stuff that's not necessarily factual.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, good. I did mean to take that down over the weekend because someone did point that out in the comments.
Yeah. And it was like, yeah.
You know what, Rob? You seal me up in an airtight cabinet, I'm gonna overheat too.
Yes.
And suffocate. But
yeah, any of these consoles are going to need air unless you're talking something like an Amico or like Damon pointed out, a Vita.
Yeah.
The Vita evidently doesn't have a fan, which makes sense. I've never heard one, but that's neither here nor there. That's a little bit of Vita history for the three of you out there who are Vita guys.
Just thrown in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still yeah. I mean, the Xbox seems more achievable because of the all access.
You bet.
But I'm not I'll be saving my pennies to get a PS5, I think.
Sure.
So yeah, I mean, it'll be good to start seeing like them in some actual people's hands and just seeing the things that come out of that over the next week and a bit.
Yeah. One thing a lot of the reviewers were starting to see as well is that the hard drive fills up pretty quick.
I bet, right? Like with 4K games and like, you know, they're patching these already huge games to be optimized on these new systems and
when the storage, the disadvantage of having the high amounts or the high speed storage is that if you want the high speed storage expansion, you're going to need to pay more money for it. Now you can get regular expansion, I believe, for both, and then just have that as like a storage, like your old or your hard disk drive, your platter drive in your computer, and then you just move stuff when you're playing it, and then move it back when it's a game you're not getting rid of, or you're not playing at the time. But that's just a pain.
It is.
And it's a first world problem too, where it's like our hard drives are too fast.
Yeah, too fast and too small.
Yep.
Wow. All right. Well, I think that's all I wanted to say about that.
Yep, me too.
Okay.
Me too. Yeah.
When's American Thanksgiving? Is that this coming weekend?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm going to Google it right now. Because that would be Black Friday then, right? You're thinking about?
Yeah.
American Thanksgiving 2020. Survey says November 26th.
Oh, okay.
Thursday, November 26th. So by then, they may have a new president.
Black Friday. Okay.
Or there may be a civil war. We don't know. Who sees?
We're not sure yet.
Or both. Why not both? So if any of you need to reach, any of our American listeners want to reach out for an emotional support Canadian, both Ryan and I are available at makeusgrumpy@gmail.com. And we're available for hugs, virtual hugs, words of support,
virtual fist bumps.
Yes,
whatever you want. If you're not comfortable with a hug, virtual fist bump.
There you go. Also, why not comfortable with a hug? Hugs are awesome.
Some guys just aren't. Oh, I know
you.
I know you like hugs. They're always those long, like, okay, Rob, we're good. Rob.
The hug is ready. Rob. The hug is done when I say it's done.
Okay, let's get him. No, stop shushing. No, take the finger off my lip, bro. Shit,
okay. Yeah, right. Back to video games.
Well, do you want me to start, or you want to start?
You may as well start. Mine isn't going to surprise anyone, so.
Well, I got some time in on Star Wars Squadrons.
Hey.
Yeah. It's I like it. It's a very, very good shooter. Still playing the campaign.
Mm-hmm.
I have one little complaint about the campaign. It's
sure.
The acting is a little bad. And yeah, that's about it. And it's not very skippable either.
Right.
I also notice there's like a lot of times I've thought the game is frozen up and it's actually like downloading content in the background.
Oh.
Like I had to hop out of the game right after a cutscene.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went to play it some more today, and the cutscene starts up again, and I'm pushing the skip button like a madman.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, come on, skip. But it keeps playing the cutscene
mm-hmm.
until it's done loading. It doesn't just go to a black screen.
Oh, they're using it as kind of like pay attention to this while we're downloading the...
Yes, yeah.
Fair enough.
And there is a big update that it had to do too the first time I was playing it. Because we also both had the same problem because we both use dual monitors. Where when we loaded it up, it was like splayed halfway across both of them, and that like ended up having to turn off my other monitor to just get it to come to the one, so that I could actually set it up.
I've had that. I think I've got 2 games that launch in the original launcher, and I think they both did that.
You know what? Battlefield 5 did that crap to me too.
Yep.
Friggin' EA, man. Friggin' EA.
It's like if you have multiple monitors, like I know I've got one that's 4K and then one that I have at 1080, and it really goofs things up if you're moving them from one to the other. So I think I ended up having to make the 1080p one my main monitor just until the game started. Then I could set the resolution and then drag it back and then make it bigger again. So
yeah.
You know.
But you know what? Besides that, what do you think about the flight control?
I'm enjoying it. Like the the analog I use an Xbox 360 controller. I think you do too.
I do.
I'm finding it really good. Like I'm so glad you could invert controls were all very customizable. Thanks, Sunshine.
Yeah.
It's I'm enjoying it. I would love to be playing it in VR.
Yeah.
So much, but
yeah, me too.
When you're playing in like 1440 Ultra and you're scrolling by that Death Star Destroyer in the first little bit there, it's just like, this is everything I wanted for TIE Fighter 30 years ago.
Yeah. it's a little. I'm a little more used to. I think because I've been playing No Man's Sky so much, and I'm I'm not used to having an analog throttle.
Oh yeah,
And then having my leveling be on the same stick, because I'm also finding I'm like throttling
yes,
up, throttling down, and suddenly in a barrel roll.
yeah,
So,
yeah. That's true. I think that's all customizable. You could,
yeah,
yeah.
I,
But
I'm
yeah,
just.
I had the same thing. I had the same thing because I left it at default, and
It's just I need to play it some more.
yeah,
You know.
this is one game that makes me wish I had like a big yoke and throttle control like
Yeah.
setup, but
Right.
that would be hard to justify.
So I also uh one of the free PS Plus games this month is Middle Earth: Shadow of War,
Oh
and
yes, yeah.
so I've actually like I've hovered over this. I can't even tell you how many times when it's been on sale to pick it up, and then I've been like, no, you know what? I got a ton of other stuff to play. It'll be on sale again. I've actually talked myself out, and I'm glad I did. Finally, came out for free. Um, what I did do though is I spent $7.99 on the season pass and got all the DLC for it
Oh
because
sure,
that was on sale with it on the weekend too.
okay.
But man, it's fun. Like uh, Middle Earth: Shadow of Mordor was actually like my first like. Do you still refer to PS5, Xbox One as current gen, or is it last gen now? Do we still got one more day as current gen? Anyways,
Sure.
when I got my Xbox One, I had that before I had my PS4.
Okay.
I went and bought Shadow of Mordor
hmm
and um, Forza 5
Great.
because they were both used games that I picked up, and I was playing those, and I had a lot of fun in that Shadow of Mordor.
hmm
Uh, I'm definitely finding like it's crazy. Like you're just a one man killing machine, and like there's just so many orcs, and like it's just fun to be like one guy taking on 30 orcs, and like
hmm
the fighting gets pretty frantic. Now, do I know what I'm doing in this game? No, because I'm just like I'm playing it in normal mode because I went to put it to easy, like to experience story more than
hmm
gameplay. Because I thought I'd just blast through it, but then it's like warning, you won't uh you won't get the full effect of Nemesis mode. And I'm like, oh,
Ah, okay. Yep.
Nemesis
Yep.
mode, and
Great.
that's where the if an orc kills you, he
hmm
becomes stronger, and like it's weird because there seems to be two paths, and you can't be on both of them at the same time. Which, when I say that, I guess makes sense, but you can either be working on the quest line
hmm
or you can be killing orc captains.
Okay.
And where you start out in the game, you're like, so I put a lot of time in. I've been just killing orc captains,
hmm
and then I'm like, oh, maybe I should try some questing too, because they're just getting harder and harder, and and I'm not getting any better. So I probably put 4 hours into that this weekend.
hmm
So, but that leads me to a question I got for you. So, you do the majority of your gaming now on your PC, right?
Yep. Oh yeah.
Now, um, so I like
Lost your train of
no,
thought.
I'm just no, I'm just trying to think of. So I can't picture like putting 4 hours in at my computer, like holding the joystick, like
hmm
controller, like I don't know, like I like laying on like or sitting in my chair in the living room, or like
Sure.
like being a lot more comfy playing that type of game.
hmm
Like I don't know, like, and also I found like playing mouse and keyboard type stuff,
hmm
like I find I get sore. Like
Yes.
I get
Yeah.
neck stuff because
hmm
I'm hunched a bit and my neck is up a bit, like staring at the monitor, right? And
Right.
I'm always
Right.
trying to lean back, and but when things get intense, you got to lean in.
Oh sure.
So do you have that kind of same kind of troubles,
Well,
or
I've got a horrible gaming chair right now. The one I actually got from my in-laws. I was so excited they had one they were getting rid of.
Yeah.
And the whole mechanism that rotates the whole thing is broken.
Oh.
So actually, while we were recording the team video with the four of us, my chair was slowly going like this, and my legs are going up in the air. So I'm back to the old one here, which is okay, but it definitely, I feel it after a few hours, and I get
Yeah.
shoulder pain.
Yeah, me
But,
too. Like I get some neck and shoulder stuff. So
but it,
I need a better chair too. Like this
yeah,
one. Oh, it's not gonna creak now. But this is the chair doing this. You should not be able to do this in a chair.
right, right.
Should go
With
back on.
with the neck pain, what I found to help that a lot is when I got my new monitor and it's got a level, like I
Yeah.
can raise the level. Like if it's straight on my neck, I don't get the neck pain at least.
Well, I find my big problem is as I'm leaning on my forearms when I'm mouse and keyboarding it.
Oh, have you tried adjusting the height of the chair to kind of get it more even, or?
Like higher or lower?
Well,
I
it
don't know.
depends, because you could be leaning on your forearms for both, but if you kind of get everything kind of level, it'll kind of help with that. Like it's
Yeah. Well, maybe I should mess around with that.
yeah, it's still absolutely, I agree 100%. Like sitting on your sofa and playing with a controller is still the
Yeah,
most
because
relaxing way to play.
that's how it's playing Middle Earth on the
Hmm.
weekend, and I'm like, "Ah, man, I like, you know, stuff is so much better on the PC, but I like this so much. Like it's this
Hmm.
whole back and forth. So
Yeah, really, the only system I play at the TV now is Stadia, which
hmm,
um,
right, right,
because I have an OG Xbox, I've got a OG PS4. They both work, but because of the kids around the house,
yeah, yeah,
I'm not a real violent game player anyway. Like, which
yeah,
sounds funny because my favorite game is the Borderlands series, but I play Borderlands downstairs, where I can close the door and not have my kids wander in and be like, "Why'd that guy's head explode, Daddy?"
yeah,
Like So that's another thing with it too, I guess. But
yeah. No, that makes sense. There's no young kids here in the Kashmir household, so just straight to the sex scenes in Witcher 3, just all the time.
yeah, also I would never actually play any game like that because
Uh
a
huh.
little more of a PG household here, I guess. But
Yeah. Actually, I would. I don't. Yeah, I wouldn't play that in front of an awkward family
oh
situation.
yeah, yeah, be like, hey, he just needed a bath, and so did she, and they're conserving water.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know if that's in Witcher.
You're close. You're very close. Um, I've been putting more time into Subnautica.
Hey,
I'm like I'm not like super into it,
mm-hmm.
but I'm also not like done with it.
Sure, sure,
It's turned into my, oh, I got 45 minutes or half hour. I'll just log in and do a couple things here. And I was
sure,
working on
sure.
this quest, and
Mm-hmm.
it's all very No Man's Sky ish,
Right, right.
right? Like, um, and yeah, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, 100 times better than Avengers. 100.
Yeah, heard a lot of people saying that. I
Yeah,
went back to Alliance after playing
yeah,
Avengers for a bit.
because yeah, I've unlocked some really good people. My current team right now is Hulk,
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man, Thor, and then I swap in whoever a new guy I get.
Mm-hmm.
But the core three and then Thor. I've been using Captain America lately, and like when I was playing last night. Man, yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Sure. Yeah.
Kind of wish they would show up on some other consoles or something though too. But
Right. Well, it was a year exclusive, wasn't it? Or
yeah, That probably sounds about right.
Should be coming up soon then.
Yeah. Yeah, other than that, I think that's all I got. What about you?
I
What
was
have you?
hoping you'd carry that section a little bit longer. Well, I've played a couple games here. Put some time into Broforce.
Yeah, that was your backlog of good intentions.
Yeah, and I played it a little bit more there. It's a good game. It's not gonna win any game awards anytime soon.
But it's the 80s action star, isn't it?
Yeah, it's cool. Like the art style's really interesting. Like wide variety of characters with a wide variety of weapon types. I do have a couple gripes with it overall.
Okay.
When you go to the cage to rescue someone, like that's how you get lives, is that you act they're actual characters. So when you save Rambo joins your squad, and now you have who you used to save Rambo and Rambo. So now you got 2 lives.
Okay.
But when you go to the cage to do that and you're to rescue him, you always switch to him.
Oh.
You can't not switch to the person you're saving. And some of the characters are better to play with than others. Like the one who's supposed to be Blade, he's like Brode or something like that. You're swinging swords. So you're going from having like rockets to swinging swords and just being and then the MacGyver character.
Oh, right.
Not fun to use. You're throwing little bits of dynamite.
Yeah. I mean, they're on a timer and stuff too, right?
Yeah.
I saw from the video there, so that a little hard to use.
Yeah, so there are some optimization things. It was a free game. It's a lot of fun. It would be more fun with multiplayer, as is everything. It does have online multiplayer, so
maybe we should play that one night.
There you go. There you go. And it was, I did find myself, like, the music choices were great. It was like, shredding electric guitar, and you're shooting Satan at the end because of every level, because of course you are. It was very American, very, very good. And you know what? You can get it for like next to nothing. So
yeah,
price per awesome.
Pretty high. And it's on Game Pass.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had it on Steam, but yeah, it totally makes sense that it's on on that. And then what else I've been playing? Well, I've been trying out this. Okay, I should stop doing the same joke every time I talk about this. Borderlands 3. I've been playing Borderlands 3 again. Yeah.
Ooh, why don't I talk about No Man's Sky?
That's fair. That's fair. I've been trying to work my way. I went to log in to see if they had the new skill tree yet for the season 2, and they didn't. And then I'm like, oh, I was playing Bounty of Blood, the DLC, so maybe I'll play that for like 15, 20 minutes, 5 hours, Yeah, so that's where that is. In fact, I'm going to play it when we're done the recording of this, because I want to try and finish it tonight. So it's such a good game. I just enjoy it so much. Like I've got it 5700 XT, so Radeon card. So I can play it on 1440p badass, which is like the highest graphical settings, and it looks really good. It's a lot of fun. Like I kind of wish Borderlands 3 had the story of writers of Borderlands 2, but Borderlands 2 had what looked as good as Borderlands 3.
Oh.
And there were some optimizations for the actual gameplay that I forget about every time I go back. Like if you tap shift in Borderlands 3, you'll keep running until you make yourself stop. You don't have to hold it.
Oh.
And when you tap control once, your guy goes down and stays down. Whereas in Borderlands 2, you have to hold the control. It's just a couple of optimizations that made it really good. So
that's not menu stuff?
Not for the duration. No, you can change the buttons. You can map the buttons, but you can't make it so when you press.
I've seen that in a lot of games, like where you're, you can put it to toggle or hold.
Yeah, I didn't. If it's in there, I haven't been able to find it for Borderlands 2 because right after playing Borderlands 3 for a long time, I was like, man, I wish I could do that because that's
So you went
really
and checked it
awesome.
out.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I couldn't find it. Great game. Once I get through this one, I'm gonna do the Craig and the Amazing Cluster or Fuster Cluck with the last DLC there. So
Awesome.
yeah, the game that keeps on giving. Enjoying it. It's Borderlands 3. Randy Pritchard's still a jerk, but
Yeah.
his games are fun.
What are you gonna do?
Yep. And that's what I've been. Oh, I've also been playing on the phone some Homescapes.
Oh,
which is one of those games that you see advertisements for on Facebook.
Yeah.
Story behind that is my daughter wanted to play it because she saw ads on some other game she was playing, and being the dad, occasionally she'd bring the phone over. She's like, "Can you beat this level for me, Dad?" As I'm playing it, I'm like, I used to love Candy Crush and stuff like that. And I'm like,
Yeah.
it's I'm like, oh, that's kind of fun and it's free. And so I've been at Carolyn's, my wife's parents. We've been house sitting for them for a little bit, so I've been going back and forth between here and there, and in their house I've just been playing a lot of this Homescapes, and it's a lot of fun. Not a game I'd recommend anyone go out and buy if they're hardcore gamers, but if you're looking for a casual kind of game, you want to do some Candy Crush and then put furniture in your house, there you go. Homescapes.
Awesome.
Yeah, and if you want to, microtransactions are in there too if you want. So just spend some real money to get coins.
Excellent.
You could do that there. Yep.
Huh. Okay. Well, that's what you've been playing?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, I think that's all we got. I think that's the end of the show, my friend. If you got something you want to
No, it's we're gonna keep our eyes out on the reviews and stuff like that of the new systems as they come out, but
we should have a bunch to talk about next week.
Yeah, and is next week the roundtable again, or would that be a week after?
Maybe we'll do it next week because Damon will have his shiny Xbox, so he could.
Right.
So if we can pry him away from it, maybe he'll join us.
There you go. So there you go.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Who knows?
We don't have schedules or anything like that. We really fly this by the seat of our pants.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for watching / listening, everybody. We'll drop it here because we didn't drop it at the top of the show. We do have a Patreon if you do want to support us. You can go to patreon.com and search the Grumpy Old Gamers. And there's also a link in the notes of the comments. Is it the notes? The notes? What do you call that?
Yes.
Okay. In the YouTube and Facebook, in the notes below the video, we have a link to our PayPal as well if you just want to make a one-time donation. And we'd like donations to buy new chairs for our.
Yes, we're both in our mid-40s here, and our backs are. That's.
Yeah. Also, you want to send us an email, talk about anything video gaming or whatever. If you're an American and you just want a virtual hug or fist bump, you can email us at makeusgrumpy@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. And I think that's about it. Oh, we got a website. Yeah, got a website too. thegrumpyoldgamers.com. Can check out some of the stuff that we posted there.
Yep.
It's super current.
Ryan and I have been realizing we haven't been posting on it for a while, so it's now a place you can also watch the videos that we're putting on Facebook and YouTube. So
yeah. And some great articles that we did before. So
yes, Yes, including one by Damon on the Xbox Elite
Ooh, yeah.
super duper controller. The one that's worth more than the car I drive.
That's the one.
That's the one. Yeah.
All right. Have a good evening, everybody.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.